Hello? Oh my god, I have no idea what happened. It's a little scary. Oh, welcome back. Thank you. Hi, Capacity. Hi, Joy. Hi, Joe. Hello, boy. Well, hello, Kirden. That was so scary. Okay, yes, that was. I don't know what happened. So over the weekend, I did install more RAM into my computer. That's the only thing. And I cleaned up, I cleaned my computer with air. I don't know what that was all about. And I wasn't even playing footsies with the wires tonight. It like totally went black, and it was like a low beep, like like that, but like much lower, like like that, or yeah, like like and then it totally restarted, like my entire PC. So I hope for the rest of the night it's fine. And I'm just gonna hope for the best. And thank you, Apollo Justice, for auto saving. Literally. That's literally what happened. Oh my god, Rudy's emotes are the best. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. But let's just hope and pray that tonight, the rest of the night, just stays stable. Please, computer. I all I did was added more RAM. I thought that would help you. Please, don't hate me. Okay. We could. Okay, we gotta. They really are. Yeah. Okay, come on. We gotta catch up where we left off. Okay, newspaper. Are they the same RAM? Yeah, like the same frequency, the same everything. Like in terms of the only thing that's different is the brand. That's what's different. 10 gigabyte update explodes. I wasn't even downloading ZZZ. I stopped the upload, or I stopped the download a while ago. So I'm not sure if it's because of that. Bum, bum, bum. What is wrong, Mr. Justice? Okay, proof. Right here. I have here a Borginian newspaper, the Borginian Daily Bugle, as a matter of fact. Indeed, there's a feature about the article, about the case. Could you read this for me, Machi? That's right. It doesn't mention the lyrics. What? What's all this about? I'm sorry, Machi. You couldn't have read about the lyrics in the Borginian newspaper. Come on! I updated on my PS5. It just took 15 minutes. That's not that bad. What does this mean? But I don't see how it's possible. I know. He must have heard the lyrics when the police were doing their questioning. Yes. Not possible. The subject of the lyrics was not brought up in police questioning. Read the full report myself. The lyrics weren't in the newspaper and the police didn't mention them. The only place you could have heard them was in the courtroom. In English, no less. The witness will explain himself. Machi says, yes? It is true, I read the newspaper, but this is not where I learned the lyrics. I was mistaken. Now I remember. You remember? He says he heard the lyrics from me. What? Is this true, Lamar? Yes, I'm afraid I have forgotten it myself. Then it looks like Hair Furrow has been jumping to conclusions again. It seems so, yes. No. I was onto something. I know it. I can't let this chance slip away. Time is an issue today. Mr. Justice, are you finished with your cross-examination? What are you going to do, Apollo? If I'm going to keep on cross-examining, I better have an angle of attack. Or else. My bracelet's still reacting. Your Honor, please allow me to continue. If you must, you must. Very well, witness. I understand. It was I who explained that the crime... It was I who explained that the crime followed the song.
Hold it!
Exactly how much did you explain to Machi? This is a question for me, yes. This interpretation thing is getting old fast. I told him that Mr. Latouche had been killed and why he was a suspect. And I told him the crimes of that day followed my song. Did you mention any particular words of the song relating to the case, such as heart? Yes, of course, I explained this. He was quite surprised. Yay, I knew he was innocent. I believe he is too, Trucy. Okay. Now I think Lamar is lying. Okay. Wait, he didn't flinch. Aha! I can go towards her. Is there anywhere on her that... Here again. Wait, you saw it? I didn't see it. Is it her eyes? Oh, this.
Gotcha!
She swallowed. Did you know that the body reveals your thoughts? And yours is telling me you were uncertain just now. Should I be interpreting this or not? Yes, of course. What? No. Okay, so it's definitely...
Gotcha!
Yeah! You're lying. Lamar, I'm currently cross-examining Machi. Why should you be uncertain? Me? Uncertain? Yes, you swallowed the very moment you told the court. It was I who explained. I see there was little point in trying to hide anything from you. Lamar, are you indeed protecting someone? That is not a question with a simple answer. To tell you the truth, I do not believe it myself. Then allow me to answer for you. Lamar, you're protecting... Duh! Machi. Lamar, you're protecting Machi. That's why you lied and told us you had explained how the crime followed the song. I don't fault you for trying to help, but this is not the way. Machi, I believe you didn't do it, really. I trust you, but you lied to us twice, and now you have Lamar lying on your behalf. If this is going to work, you have to trust me too. Your two lies cover a simple truth. You understand English. You have to. Ah! Oh my goodness. Hello, Silver Isolation. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Since it's your first time here, let me introduce myself. My name is Hayami. I'm a traveling fox spirit VTuber that sells omamori on my backpack. And we are playing Apollo Justice for the first time. This case is kind of crazy. We're picking up where we left off, and I'm honestly quite surprised that Machi could understand English. Hello, Brent. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. It's Higher Tuesday. It is Higher Tuesday indeed. Witness, is this true? Do you understand English? Yes, a little only. What? First he could see, now he can talk. And you do not know about this Lamar. No, I do not. It is quite a surprise. How many secrets is this witness holding? This is last. Machi, could you tell us what really happened? No shooting. I did no shooting. So you weren't in the dressing room when I heard the 2 gunshots, correct? Apparently the answer to that question isn't simple either. I was in dressing room, behind desk. Manager, he on floor. Which would be after the shooting, right? Then there was voice. Voice or voices? Was it you and Enma, Paulo? So when Machi went into the dressing room, Mr. Latouche had already been shot. And then we came to the door. Panel high up. I take off. Run away. So it was you who escaped through the air vent. Ah ha ha. As the prosecution has upheld all along, no less, the defendant has admitted to being in the scene. Might we take this as a confession? No, he's clearly denied that he did it. I know shooting. Manager on floor. Already on floor.
Objection!
The victim had already been shot, you say. I find that hard to believe. The defendant understood the song lyrics. He was at the scene of the crime. This can only mean one thing. He is the shooter. Does the defendant have anything to say to this? He's clammed up, Apollo. Then let's ask Mr. Justice. Will you require any further testimony from the witness? Is that it? Is there nothing else I can get him to testify about? Wait, no, of course there is. What is this cocoon anyway? The cocoon, the silk, is a potent cure. A cure? Well, Machi, are you a smuggler? He won't tell me. That cocoon has to have something to do with this. Machi, please tell us the truth for your own sake. No more speak. Not to any of you. So much for your precious trust here, forehead. Hey, you were the one who didn't believe him. Regardless, this brings us to an impasse. It does seem that the defense and defendant are at odds. I doubt we are likely to learn anything more value should this continue. I see no other course but to declare a 5-minute recess. What? That's crazy! The character portraits look cleaner than they did on the original Apollo Justice Trilogy Collection anyhow. Dude, it looks so good. They really did like a HD remake of this so well. I'm really glad. They did an amazing job. And hello, Curry. Welcome. Kiri, welcome. Happy Tuesday. The defense will work things out with the defendant so that we might proceed. Apollo Eustace. That's justice. Better learn how to say it if you ever want to get some. Apollo, that's so messed up. Okay. Look, he barely speaks any English and you're trying to defend him. Don't be... Believe, I know shooting. Machi claims Mr. Latouche was already down on the ground when he entered the room. Oh my gosh. Hello, Delvin. Welcome in. I mean, he's been lying a lot. I mean, true, but still. It's kind of... But Delvin, hello. Thank you so much for the sub. For 39 months now. Thank you. Wow, crazy. Already another month passed. It is kind of crazy how much time flew. Let's ask this. How can a small child wield a freaking shotgun? And on top of that, the bullet hole is facing the other way towards the door. Like, That was your line of questioning for Corey. Yeah. Machi definitely would have like freaking broke his arm from the recoil. I never played this, only the original 3 games. Why? Well, this is my first time playing Apollo, and so far I quite enjoy it. Machi claims it's maybe it was a trap and he walked right into it. Suddenly, I hear revolver. Close. Very close. Then I hear voice. You heard gunshots? Yes, it's true. I hear revolver, but only sound. Wait, you're saying you went into the dressing room and found Mr. Latou's already dead, and then you heard shots? If that's true, so you were at the scene of the crime when you heard those shots, and you escaped through the air vent? I know. Huh? What do you know? I know if I opening vent, I can leave stage and backstage. So the vents went to both the stage and the backstage area. Hi, Lim! Hi. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Like, check for bruising, specifically in the shape of a shotgun. Silver, like they would to properly do that as they update the autopsy report mid-trial. Oh, oh, the stream died first. Yeah, dude, but my PC exploded. I'm scared. I don't know what happened. All I did was install more RAM over the weekend. So, I'm scared. Use the metal detector on this shoulder. Roses are red. This is my core. F you, Phoenix. Here's an updated autopsy report. Dude, like... It's so crazy. I love watching lawyers react to Phoenix, right? Because it's like, what? They're always so, like, confused when the autopsy report gets updated. Like, no way. Explotano, for reals. So the vents, yeah. Is that what he means? Hey, he's right. Look, Apollo. Huh? Yeah. But how did you know it was connected like that? Wait, I bet his father was... Excuse me, was the father of the architect that designed the hall or something. I hear this from Magician. Magician? Don't look at me. Magician, huh? Well, at least we're clear on one thing. Machi didn't shoot Mr. Latou's. Yeah, but what does that leave us with? We're supposed to say he went into the room to find the body and then he heard shots? That's one's going to go over well in court. Not. Apollo, you're his defense. You're supposed to believe whatever he says, even lies. That's what Daddy always told me. I'll just pretend you misheard him every time. So what do? You're sure you won't testify, Machi? No talking. No. Well, it was worth a shot. That cocoon. I can't go home. Can't go home. I can't go home to Borginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Borginia is death. That's right, it's punishable by death. Of course, he's scared. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to try a different approach. That's the spirit, Apollo. So what's your plan? If Machi won't testify about it, we'll have to get someone else to testify. Someone else? I think we're out of time. Let's get back in there. I love the reaction to when Phoenix cross-examines the parrot. Okay, you know what's so funny, Silver? I never get to that part. I really should get to that part of lawyers playing when they get to the parrots. There's a video of multiple lawyers reacting to the parrot being called as a witness, and I love it. Most uncooperative witness. It's so crazy. And thank you everyone for the hype train. Thank you. And thank you, Brent, for the videos. As a reminder, Brent, please ask to drop links before you drop them. I know that it's probably related to this, but just in case, please ask next time. Thank you. But I will probably watch this. Oh no, I already see. I'm watching this offline. I think we're out of time. Let's get back in there. Right. But Yoto, I'll have to find that vid. I want to watch that. court is now back in session. Mr. Justice, have you sorted things out with the defendant? Yes, Your Honor. We had a good talk. Very well. So will he testify? Your Honor, the defendant will not testify. What? Shame. And here I thought this was your big chance to turn the case around. Actually, it is. The defense would like to approach this case from a different angle, Your Honor. A different angle? If Machi won't testify, then I know who will. I would like to cross-examine the witness in this case, Lar Mirar. Lar Mirar?
Objection!
What are you up to now? I thought we determined yesterday that Lar Mirar's testimony was insubstantial. There's nothing you can... Lar Mirar was taken to the hospital yesterday with injuries. What happened? She was assaulted, Your Honor. Assaulted? Someone wanted Lar Mirar dead. Thankfully, she was able to save herself. What? I heard no such report. Prosecutor Gavin. Why would anyone be out to kill La Mirar? Can you think of a reason? Well, think of how she is known in our country. A singer from overseas who doesn't speak English, yes? Yet someone tried to keep her mouth shut. Who could have that been? You don't think? I do. It was the same person who shot Mr. Latouche. The killer was afraid of her, afraid of what she might say. The defense believes that something was hidden in her testimony yesterday. Something that the killer doesn't want getting out. Damn, Apollo! I totally forgot that happened. The judge is immortal, by the way. Well, I guess in Great Ace Attorney he was. He also knows how to clone himself via mitosis. Oh wait, you're right, because in the original Ace Attorney, it's still the same judge, and it's been like 10 years, right? No, Jiva, you lost your 50-50 for Astra. I'm so sorry. Oh, Bella, thank you so much for the hydrate. I actually needed that. Kaleda Doob. Oh, I'm sorry. Kiradan won my 50-50 for Astra. You got two sides of the coin. Went to like a 10 roll before pity for Astra. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Frickin' Jifu, don't use your power like that. So I am to understand that is what you're saying. Namely, that there's a nugget of truth in La Mirar's testimony. A nugget we have yet to uncover. Exactly. If La Mirar was attacked, this has serious implications. Very well. There were some vague points in her testimony during yesterday's trial. Perhaps we did not inquire as deeply as we might have into some. The court will hear La Mirar's testimony once more. La Mirar, I must apologize. We must ask you to stand again and speak. Hello! Thank you so much for the raid. Oh, you're doing more art. Let's go. Let's freaking go. I'm so proud of you. How are you doing? Hi, Hayami. Welcome. Good job. Good job. I'm so proud of you. Good job on the stream today. Please hydrate. If you need to drop off to go get something to eat or go get some sleep, feel free to do so. I totally understand. Really appreciate you sharing your community with me, Fa. Thank you. And hello, Raiders. My name is Hayami. I'm a traveling fox spirit VTuber that sells omamori on my backpack. And we are playing Apollo Justice. I love playing story-driven games, so if you like any of what I said, I hope you enjoy your stay. La Mirar, please testify to the court about the romantic relation between one Homer Simpson and one Ganondorf, please. Oh my god. Okay, I lie about playing online Minesweeper all night. I'm gonna now transition to DK64 Randomizer. And you know what? You gotta get back on the grind. I get it. I'm doing good. Here be kicking my butt without being able to copy a reference to one-to-one, so I'm gonna need to do more research. I believe in you, Fa. And you know, I feel like hair and eyes are, I feel like one of the two biggest things that has so many different tutorials on, like in terms of like shortness of the tutorial to like really long ones. So I believe you could find the right one to help you. But besides that, how are you doing, Hayami? I am doing good. Thank you so much for asking. This is my second week back from vacation. I had quite a long vacation, but I am ready. I want to finish this case because I've been on this case since November. We must ask you to stand again and speak. You need not to apologize. I know that Machi is innocent, and I will do all that I can until the court realizes this. Let's review your testimony from yesterday. You told us you heard 2 gunshots and the shooter's voice through the window, and that voice belonged to Darien Crescent, yes? That is correct. At which point, I proved she could not be correct. She couldn't have heard any of those things. The small window at the scene was closed and was found to be quite soundproof. You have nothing to say to that, Mr. Justice? I don't know exactly what yet, but I do know there's something there. There is, it seems, much you do not know. And yet, it is my duty to hear him out. Perhaps the witness would be so kind as to testify once more to the court? Of course, Your Honor. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. That's when I heard them, Mr. Latouche and the detective. I heard the faint sound of a gunshot and stopped, then heard another gunshot. There was a smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone, but I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the small window. Pretty much the same as yesterday's testimony. I'm sorry, I'm not used to speaking much in this language. Perhaps my descriptions are lacking in some way. Yet everything I've said here is the truth. Then it is my distinct displeasure to say this. What you have said to have happened is impossible. Do I have to repeat myself? Law Mirard was attacked because of this testimony. What, Trucy? Apollo, for a moment there, you were pretty cool. Oh, Trucy. New year, new progress on Apollo Justice. Exactly. She'll finish Apollo Justice in 2026. Please have some faith in me. Levi, please. Please. May I do better when I don't try to think about it. Very well, Mr. Justice. Perhaps you can coolly cross-examine the witness. But it might take a while. I'm still on the first game. I was on my way from the stage. Is something wrong? I know I said hold it, but she's saying the same thing she said before. Mr. Justice? Sorry, it's nothing. Please continue with your testimony. Now I know what they mean about reckless youth these days. The one in red over there is shining example, Air Judge. You're the last person who should be pointing fingers, Mr. Rockstar. Oh, I can't press it? Darien Crescent? Oh, okay. I've beaten 6 JRPGs in 3 months, and I'm always like, how do people drag their games past thousands, millions of hours? Because I read everything. I explore everything. That's why it takes so long. Darien Crescent? I did not know his name at the time, but yes, it was him. The one who took the stand yesterday. How many times do I need to remind you that it's impossible? There's no way you could have heard him. Because the window of the scene was closed? Is that why? Of course. Apollo, if we keep asking the same questions as yesterday, we won't get anywhere. She's right. Maybe there's a different angle I can try. Lamirard, do you happen by any chance remember what they were saying to each other? If so, please tell us. I have given it much reflection, but I was afraid of this. She doesn't remember. I only heard one phrase clearly. A whole phrase? You remember something that was said? Why didn't you say something yesterday? Though my memory is clear, I was afraid to speak. You see, I do not understand what was said. This could be it, the clue I've been waiting for. Well, what did he say? It was the other man speaking, not Mr. Latouche. The shooter then, Darien Crescent. Well, what did he say? It's over. Press the switch now. Oh. It's over. Press the switch now. Switch? And the shooter said this is a victim, Mr. Latouche? I thought it was quite strange myself afterward. It is a mystery. What could it possibly mean? Mr. Justice, care to shed some light on this? Okay, let's save. It's been a hot minute since we saved. I mean, sure. I'll be delighted. It's very, very vital. Maybe we could add that to the testimony. Maybe Apollo? In the small window, I heard a voice said, press the switch now.
Hold it!
And it was Detective Darian Crescent's voice? Yes, I'm sure of it. It's over, press the switch. Why would he say that to Mr. Latouche? Apollo, the murder weapon, the revolver was Mr. Latouche's, right? Yeah, what of it? Well, maybe when he said press the switch, he really meant to say pull the trigger, because his English isn't so good. Darian Crescent is a native speaker. Oh, right. Sorry, I kind of forgot who it was. Press the switch. That's not something killer usually says to the victim, is it? Was there no one else in the room? I do not know. All I heard was Mr. Latouche and the detective. Gunshot, okay.
Hold it!
There were 2 gunshots. Yes, I heard 2, one after another. That fits the bullet holes in the scene. Nothing really new here to pick up.
Hold it!
Why didn't you tell someone immediately? Well, if it were me, I would have gone to the police right away. It's our duty as citizens. This may be besides the point, but La Mirage isn't a citizen, though one would hope such a common sense prevails in Borginia as well. La Mirage seems awfully quiet all of a sudden. That's strange. Could she have been hiding something? It's as you say, yet at the time, as in her...
Hold it!
You were in a hurry. To go where? I was on my way to the backstage exit, as I have said. Why were you in such a hurry then? Well, I don't think that has anything to do with this case. It very well might. Please answer the question. Are you alright, La Mirage? Yes, I am. I'm just tired. Recall what I told you yesterday, Air Forehead. La Mirage suffers from serious amnesia. Please refrain from traumatizing her further. It has to do with the magic trick! She ran from one end of the stage to another. What? So he can just dismiss questions he thinks are too traumatizing? Why don't you prove her reason had a connection to the case before asking about it, Ja? The prosecution's objection is sustained. The current question is moot. Mr. Justice, please continue your cross-examination. La Mirage was attacked because of this testimony. I know she was, so something's got to be hidden there. Maybe there's some detail we're missing. I guess we'll just have to get to fill in the blanks. Okay, there was press the switch. I mean, we have a switch. So we have a receiver/transmitter for voice signals. All concert staff wore one. Identical igniters, remote trigger. Press the switch now. This one's a little tricky. Okay, this isn't the clearest, but let's go. Okay, let's present the switch, because that's better than nothing.
Objection!
Oh, yeah, let's go. Press the switch. There's only one key that unlock the mystery of those words. Oh, yet there was nothing at the scene that could be called a switch, save the lights. True, there wasn't a switch at the scene, but it just so happens I have a switch right here. That certainly does look like a switch, doesn't it? The problem is, this was found not at the scene of the crime, but on the stage. The stage? Where the concert was held, yes. This was found hidden there, on the stage. Are you claiming that the voice La Mirage heard was of someone commanding another to press the switch? It's a possibility.
Objection!
Oh, Air Forehead, I call that an impossibility. Why? It's hardly necessary for me to remind you the courtroom, the layout of the concert forum. The stage is quite far from La Mirage's dressing room. Not to mention that the Gaviniers were in the middle of the concert on said stage. We aren't known for being a quiet band. You could possibly shout all you wanted and not be heard. The detective's voice was loud, but certainly not a shout. So too have her forehead's cries of possibility fallen far short of being heard. Sorry, but he wouldn't have needed to shout. Excuse me? You heard what I said. Or do you need me to shout it for you? Damn, Apollo! It would have been quite simple to be heard on the stage from the dressing room. Oh wait, you like evidence, don't you? How about this? Using this, it would be easy to get a message of someone on the stage to the dressing room, which is the headset. Prosecutor Gavin, perhaps you're familiar with this? Why, that's... What? What is that? Is that some kind of newfangled phone they haven't invented while I wasn't looking? This is a type of transmitter, a communications device. Communications device? Oh, excuse me. Everyone on stage was wearing one of these. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Yes, actually, they're for talking between band members. We all had one. So you admit that if you were wearing one of these, talking from the backstage of the stage would be simple. But there are always ways to talk to people who aren't there. Yes, exactly. With the headset. I believe in Homer Simpson and Ganondorf being the cutest fictional couple. How, you know what? I can see how Ganondorf can show up in The Simpsons. True, but wait, those send out an electrical signal. To avoid interference with the audio systems, the range is quite limited. Lamar said it was about 30 feet, right? Look at this cross-section diagram of the concert forum. Exactly. The walk from the stage to the backstage seems far, but the direct distance is less than 30 feet. That can't be. So when Lamar heard the shooter's voice, he could have been talking to someone on stage.
Objection!
Huh, you're claiming this is the switching question? Why did it have to be on the stage at the time? It could have been placed in a pocket and carried anywhere. Someone could have hit it on the stage after the fact. Hey, he's got a point. How do we know where it was when she heard the voice? When the shooter said press the switch. Well, I guess we don't. An unfortunate situation. I'm afraid until we know where this switch was, there's little point in debating it. Ugh. I was sure this was the way to go with this. What is this switch anyway? We don't even know the basic fact. Ah ha ha ha! Wait a second. I do know what this switch is, and if you follow that train of logic to its incredible conclusion, it ends up in proof that completely changes the case. What's up, Apollo? Apollo? Hi, Aqua! Oh, it's this case. Wait, Aqua, have you played Apollo Justice? Lim, I know you have. Oh, Clavier. Do you remember this case, Lim? Hi. Yes, I have. Oh my god. Aqua, I'm scared. All I know, this case is kind of crazy. Like, at this point, it has to be Darien, but like, I really don't know why. It has to relate to the cocoon, but it's also weird. It's been a while, but I remember it. You could do it. Thank you. Well, I only remember Clavier catching on fire. Here. Let's watch it again, shall we? Together. Aqua and Lim. Sugar. Oh, that night. Oh my god, the 3D models in your embrace. When you stole away the keys. My heart held on to so tight. I was gonna say I want to watch this in HD. Here we go. Dream come true. Pleasure. But fleeting melody. Oh my god. Look at Clavier's hair is so... And look. The freaking fire started. Wacha! You should do this song for karaoke? How would I? Look at him! Like a bullet of love. Fire. Woo! Dude, the cut between 3D models to art is just so funny. And you see Clavier like trying to put out the fire. Oh wait, and it keeps going. Whoopsies. You should do that. That would be so funny. I mean, I could try to do it for karaoke one day. Beautiful. We know about the Switch, right? We know what it is. Yeah. Well, think of it when it was used that day. Think of what happened. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no further information to share concerning the Switch, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Justice? I've been remiss in not telling the court this before. I know what the Switch is. Well, it seems the defense is set upon linking the Switch to the case. Also need a flaming guitar when you do the karaoke. Okay, I'll try. I need to do a Canva edit. Let's see your evidence to link. What evidence do you have to explain what this Switch is? Bam, bam, bam.
Take that!
Prosecutor Gavin, you remember this? That's what? Is it another one of those newfangled phones? This is an igniter. What phone looks like this? Igniter? You mean it's like a lighter? Yes, actually. You aren't saying this Switch is a remote. I am. This is a remote trigger for igniter. What? Look, I'll show you. Yow! Mr. Justice, you will cease and desist from burning down this courtroom. Sorry. That was a bit more fire than I expected. If my whiskers had caught on fire... Prosecutor Gavin, let me repeat myself. This Switch is a remote igniter trigger. Doesn't that suggest something to you? You're talking about what happened to me, aren't you? Exactly. That night at the concert, there was one unusual burst of flame. You get to see it again when your guitar caught on fire. Wasn't that part of the stage show, though? Prosecutor Gavin was entirely unaware such a thing had been planned, and the guitar that burned was a valuable keepsake. Again, rip Clavier. I wish there was a way to import Hayami 3D model and replace it with Clavier's. No freaking way. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if someone found a way. They know we wanted an encore. That's right. He got it in Borginia from La Mirage. He said the sound was amazing before it burned, of course. Now it's kind of smokes. The better the guitar, the brighter it burns. Hair, forehead. Yes? Don't tell me you're trying to tie these two things together. Those being the shooter's voice heard by La Mirage, and the guitar suddenly catching on fire. I am. It's really simple when you think about it. Mr. Latouche and the shooter were in the crime scene. The shooter was wearing a headset. He ordered someone on stage to press the switch. The switch was pressed and the guitar caught fire. Well, that does seem to make sense, though something about it is bugging me. Can't quite put my finger on it. Really? It seems pretty simple to me. Hair, forehead, don't destroy what little respect I have for you. I was expecting something a little more sensible. I guess I was wrong. What's all of this about, Prosecutor Gavin? His simple story makes no sense. Think, that night my guitar caught fire, yes. The cause may have been this, indeed. However, the guitar caught fire during the second set. That's right, of course. Again! The guitar caught fire during La Mirage's stage. Indeed, yet the shooting happened during the third set. The two are utterly unrelated. Yes, that must have been what was bugging me. The whole premise for this is faulty. See? His story makes no sense. Are you sure about that? What exactly do you mean, Mr. Justice? Maybe it's not the premise for my explanation for the switch that's at fault. Maybe it's our premise for the entire case so far. What premise is this specifically? I'm glad you asked. I'm saying that maybe the killing didn't take place in the third act. Oh! What? Okay, that's crazy. Excuse me, I was not prepared for that. What's this? But Detective Emma Sky heard shots and found the body. All of this happened in the third act. Gunshots rang out, and according to his testimony, Machi was in that dressing room at the time. Where are you going with this, Mr. Justice? Stay with me, Your Honor. He also told us that this in his testimony, namely that the victim had already been shot. We all heard gunshots, but no one saw the shooting. This is insane. Just before the shooting took place, the shooter was heard on his headset, telling someone to press the switch. The next moment, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames. We know that the remote trigger igniter was inside the guitar. From all these facts, we can draw only one conclusion. The crime did not take place during the third act, but during the ballad performance, the second act. What? Oh yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Order, order, order. But that goes against the evidence. What does, Your Honor? This crime was carried out according to the lyrics of the song, yes? Hey, he's right, look. The bullet is supposed to come after the fire. You're thinking about it the wrong way. Huh? Look, why would the shooter craft the events of the day to follow the lyrics anyway? It's an awful lot of trouble to go through, with little merit for the person doing it. Well, I'm sure whoever it was had some reason. Yes, they did. A reason that made it advantageous to follow the lyrics. You're saying the order was reversed on purpose? Reversed? Prosecutor Gavin? If the crime followed the lyrics strictly, then yes, the shooting would have had to come after the guitar burst into flames. Yet here, Forehead has raised another possibility. Dude, Apollo's so smart! He's claiming that the bullet came after, but just before the fire. Couldn't have put it any better myself. We were only meant to think that the shooting came after the guitar burst into flames. That was the criminal's objective. The crime followed the lyrics to a point that was the ruse. Why else would the killer risk discovery by moving the body? That was the final touch to making us think he'd follow the lyrics the whole way. Bum, 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 dum, bum. Order, order, order. That would explain the most unusual situation. It does. The killer changed the order of events to create himself an alibi. In other words, the killer was someone who had an alibi for the third set, but not the second. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but sadly it has. Let me tell you why our little fairy tale makes no sense at all. Oh, it sounds good. I'll give you that. You've given us a reason why the killer bothered following the lyrics of my song, but I question your logic, for it's flawed from the very beginning. Flawed? Yes, a contradiction here, Forehead, one I pointed out several times, no less. At the time of the crime, the small window of the scene was closed. How could La Mirage have heard a voice through it? Oh, I know you would like to divert our attention from the critical fact, but you're basing your entire line of reasoning on a false premise. Right. La Mirage's testimony is my entire case. That voice she heard, the shooter's voice. What if she couldn't hear it, Apollo? Look, what do we have? A man saying press the switch, and near the crime scene we have a switch, which acts as a remote trigger for the igniter, and last but not least, Prosecutor Gavin's flaming guitar. It can't all be a coincidence, but how do I make it work? I see a more direct line of questioning is required. When the crime scene was investigated immediately after the crime, that window was closed. Care to tell us how La Mirage heard the voice? A key point to be sure. Mr. Justice, can you explain this to the court? Okay, Justice. Got one thing to prove and one thing only. Okay, let's save. La Mirage heard a voice. And she heard it during the second set. Think, how is La Mirage able to hear? She was somewhere else. She was in tinfoil theory before we come to it. Zoom in. She was in the air vents. She was in the air vents because she had to crawl her way from the stage to the other side, to the second platform, because that was the magic trick. That is my theory. That is what I believe. So I think she was somewhere else is the answer. Hello, Butter. Welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Thank you so much for the stretch. Thank you. Oof. Okay. So that is what I believe. When we investigated the scene, the window was closed. The shooter had no reason to close it had it been open either, meaning it was impossible to hear the voice through the window. Ah, it's good to hear you making sense again. For a moment, I was afraid you might be Borginian too. Oh, thank you so much for the head pats. As I was saying, Lamar could not hear the voice through the window, so there can only be one explanation. She heard the voice from another location entirely. What's this? Ha ha ha, you do amuse me so. And here I thought you and Good Sense were back on speaking terms. Now I'm afraid you and Good Sense speak two entirely different languages. Shall I interpret for you, Hair Forehead? Lamar clearly stated she heard the voice through that small window, and there's only one small window at the scene. Are you sure? Think about it. Isn't there another small window at the scene? There is? Ah, I know that look. He wants us to ask him. Very well, you claim Lamar heard the voice from another location. Mr. Justice, show us where this location was. Lamar heard the voice from here. Here. This is where Lamar heard that voice. But that's no small window. That's an air vent. Oh, the music. Let's go. What did she tell us? She said she's a Borginian, unfamiliar with our language. It's not a stretch to imagine she called this air vent a small window. Now you've done it. You've gone beyond ridiculous and into ludicrous. So Lamar was up in the ventilation system listening to a man's voice? That's the only logical explanation. Yes. Logical? I do not think this word means what you think it means, Hair Forehead. Okay, what about it isn't illogical? Huh, it's hardly merits saying. Why would Lamar be in the ventilation system? Hiding like a rat. No offense intended to her, of course. The explanation for that is simple, Prosecutor Gavin. Isn't it, Lamar? You have been listening to our discussion here, yes? Yes. I admit it had me quite confused since yesterday. Yes, the small window was closed. But why would that mean I could not hear through it? I feel our prosecutor might himself need an interpreter. Ugh. The problem here is words. Lamar, this small window through which you heard the voice, was it up high on the ceiling of the room or low on the wall? Yes, it was up on the ceiling. What? Order, order. I will have order. Witness, you will clarify this statement to the court. Are you in fact saying that you were up above the ceiling in the room and that's where you heard the moment of the crime? Yes, in fact I was. I'm sorry, I never imagined it would come to such an important point. Yes, well, why the heck were you up there? How much money could I make if I opened up a hair and beauty supply store in Phoenix? Right world? Bank. Easily bank. The amount of hair gel and hairspray you would sell, Big Hat, it would pay for your rent for the entire year. I believe it's time for another testimony. I'm not sure I can't. May I remind you this is a murder trial? We will hear your testimony. Tell us why you witnessed the crime scene from above the ceiling of that room. Please. Well, it looks like I'm on the right track. Yes, I was above the ceiling when I heard the voice. How is the ceiling that high? Sorry, the ventilation system. It's so high. I heard the voice. There was a small window there before. It was in the middle of my performance. I had no time to report what I heard. As to why I was there, I cannot say. I am bound to secrecy on this matter. I know, it's okay. You don't have to lie. Tell us. Bound to secrecy. In my line of work, one has many obligations to uphold. But you say you were in the middle of your performance, so this did happen during the second set. I did not witness the crime, you must understand. I only know what I heard. Yes, but you must tell us what you were doing in detail. Darian Crescent would single-handedly fund you. Oh my god, you're right. He would. Rent. Whoa, ladies. Some of us pay whole mortgages with property taxes. Sorry, Big Cat. I thought of rent because that was the most common bill that I could think of. Okay, then Darian will pay off your mortgage. Our mission in this court is just to discern the truth. No obligation, no binding pact may hinder that mission. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination. What are you going to do, Apollo? I'm going to find out the truth. She was up above that ceiling for a reason. I just have to get it out of her. Yes, above the, Above the ceiling. Could you be more specific? I cannot, because you're bound to secrecy. Yes. To tell the truth, I was not supposed to even say I was above the ceiling. I dare not say more. Doesn't sound like I'll be able to coax it out of her just by asking. By small window, you mean the air vent? I only remembered I needed to be careful to where I put my hands and feet. I cannot see the light coming through the window, of course. The air vent grate could trip you up, certainly, so I was walking very carefully when I heard the gunshots. Startled, I crouched and listened. That's when I heard his voice from the room. Darian's voice. I knew something terrible had happened, yet... Sorry about that. Hello, trash can. Welcome. How it looks like how I feel most days. sorry. My Foxy Papa came in. So without word, you just let the third set start? After the curtain closed for the second set, there was still much to do. You could have prevented this whole misunderstanding if you only told us sooner. Yes, perhaps I could have. I see little point in badgering the witness. What's done is done. The mind works differently when one is in the middle of a performance. Why, I've lost my voice in the middle of a show and kept on singing, completely unaware. Singing without a voice? If only all contradictions were so obvious. If only I could get La Mirage to talk. Pressuring her like this doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere. You heard the gunshots during the second set during your performance. You were quite sure. Yes. Why would I lie about the time? Why did you tell about this yesterday? No one asked me. I thought you all knew. I told you Machi was not the killer. I told you this many times. Yes, you did. But you never told us why. I'm sorry. I was not able to speak of it. Unable or unwilling? She's not talking, Apollo. What do? We just have to prove it ourselves. As long as she's bound by the pact of silence, she won't talk. But if I can prove why she was up there, she'll have to admit it. And how are you going to do that? She was singing on the stage, Apollo. She could have been up above the ceiling, too. Yes, she could. I've got a theory as to why, too. And maybe I got the evidence to prove it. Okay. Okay, we are going to say, I'm not even going to press that last statement. We are going to present the video. Ah! Hello, Metal. Welcome in. Okay, she was at the stand. La Mirage, truth be told, the reason for your presence above that ceiling is quite clear, especially when you consider what happened during your performance. What happened? Yes, it's all right here on this video. We're gonna watch it again! Wait, but she was still singing. Oh, I guess she wasn't singing when she was walking. I can't get over Clavier trying to put out the fire. As we can see, Lamirar was clearly not on stage for her entire performance. Oh! Thank you! Thank you so much. Wait, actually, you know, for this one, let's use this chibi for a little bit. Hi! I forgot. Yeah, he used my sad expression. Yeah, Bon got me Engi. Engi. I can take off my backpack here. Chibi-yami, so cute. Thank you. This is a different chibi model that Bon gifted me on my birthday last year. I haven't used it much because I haven't had the chance to set it up as another channel point redeem. So I should really do that. So let's keep to this chibi model for a little bit, yeah? Hello, Gaga. Welcome. I love your chibi model. Thank you, Cavicid. I hope you like this one too. Yeah, cute. Thank you. Chibi Alter. That would be a good name for the redeem. Chibi Alter. Though it saddens me to be so realistic, Lamirar is incapable of actually vanishing, let alone teleportation. So the only explanation is that she was hidden from view. And during that time, she moved to the back of the forum. Apollo? What, Trucy? It's not nice to reveal magician's secrets. And it's against the rules. But I'm a lawyer. I'm not supposed to be nice. This is all very fascinating. But how is that possible? There's only 20 seconds between when she disappears and reappears. She cannot move that fast. Is something wrong, Prosecutor Gavin? This was his concert, his show. He knows how the illusion was performed. Aha! He's just realizing his own oversight. Let's look at the cross-section of the diagram. Here you can trace the route through the ceiling. It goes from the stage to the backstage to the rear of the forum. Recall Lamirar's testimony from yesterday. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. She went from the stage to the backstage exit. A perfect description of this route above the ceiling. Lamirar knew of this because of her part in the illusion, but she wasn't the only one who knew. What? Just now in the lobby, Machi told me something. I know if I opening vent, I can leave stage and backstage. He said that? Oh, were you not informed, Prosecutor Gavin? I knew about the Banshee Act, of course, yet I had no idea of the route that would be used. Why didn't that magician tell me? Magicians only reveal details of their acts on a need-to-know basis. They're the bread and butter of a magician's life, you know. Which is why he bound Lamirar to secrecy. Well, Lamirar, I am impressed, Mr. Attorney. Machi was right about you. So, what does this mean? Are you saying you used this route above the ceiling? I did. Well, that's that, but I'm still a little confused. Why that, Your Honor? As I said before. Waja! There was very little time between when she disappeared and when she reappeared. 20 seconds, tops. How could she do it so fast? Especially if she stopped to hear the shooter's voice. That's a good question. Can the witness explain this to the court? I cannot. Very well. Mr. Justice? Yes? It's all up to you. Do your thing. What thing, Your Honor? You need to explain how Lamar was able to teleport like she did. Or am I throwing your case out with the bathwater? Ugh. Why do I get picked on? It's Lamar who isn't going along with the program here. As I have stated before, I am not at liberty to speak of the illusion that night in detail. Trucy, help us, please. Then you'll just have to tell us what you can. We'll hear your testimony on this. Mr. Justice, it will be your job to wring the truth out of her. Yes, if you would, please. Oh, I'm back! There we go. Right. I feel like a student before finals. Good luck, Apollo. Follow the route. I followed the route exactly as I instructed. There is an emergency exit in the backstage where a stagehand waited. From there, one can enter the forum on the opposite side of the stage. Excuse me. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice. 2 minutes, you say. The mystery deepens. I suppose it was too much to hope that the judge would come up with something. As does my curiosity. Take it away, Mr. Justice. Right, Your Honor. All I have to do is find the contradiction between what Lamar is saying and what we can see plainly in the video. I figure it was already. I am a magician after all. Well, tell me. Not a chance. I can't reveal another magician's secrets. Come on. Hey, you're supposed to be on my side here. Exactly! Come on, Trucy. Okay, this is probably the last cross-examination before I have to wrap up stream. I know, I'm so sorry. I know I'm cutting it a lot shorter than the time I usually stop at, but I got a little appointment for something. So let's try to see if we could figure out the discrepancy in her testimony, and we'll have to see. Okay, follow the route exactly. How did you proceed along this route? How? Why, I walked. But you're right behind the forum, much too fast to have been walking. Tell the truth, Lamar. You rode some kind of vehicle. What? A vehicle? Vehicle? Ah, what a novel idea. I like it. That's not a bad guess. Wrong, but not bad. Haha, yes, laugh at the dumb attorney. I don't mind. I'm sorry, but the girl's right. That van was much too small for vehicles. It was a tight fit. Even I had to crouch as I walked. I cannot imagine a vehicle that would fit in such a small space. If it wasn't a vehicle, what was it? You had me going there for a while there, Mr. Justice. Too bad. Ready for the next part? I feel like I'm on some kind of quiz show. No worries, Hayami. Thank you. I remember a streamer who was playing this game got extremely frustrated at Trucy and Lamar's silence in this part. It is really messed up. Like, someone died. Literally, someone died. One of your friends died, and you're still kind of bound to this, like, secrecy of the illusion. Like, come on. Like, for me, I'm just like, yeah, Ace Attorney logic. But the magician's code, Hayami. But really? They'll get you? You think the magician will literally snipe us? A man is dead and you're worried about magic tricks? Literally. Did everyone on the concert staff know about the trick? Not all, only a few that were needed to help. See, like I said, it's on a need-to-know basis. So not many people knew about the trick. What were these stagehands required to do? One needed to open the emergency exit. The door to the stairs is locked, but once through there, you can enter the forum. Oh, you'll see. The magician's code. No! Lim, don't tell me the magician's code is still gonna happen? It's still gonna continue? Oh, God. You should have heard what happened to her cousin, Samantha. What? When you came back, out you behind the audience. Yes, that is how it worked. Not a bad show if I say so myself. That's Uncle Valiant for you, the old grammary touch. But on the video, you were only gone for 20 seconds. How's that possible? That's the part I don't get either. Ahaha, yes, it would be hard to go so far in only 20 seconds. Is it like a dupe? A body double? 2 minutes. Yes, it can be done in 1 minute if you are running. Running? In that cramped, dark tunnel above the ceiling? Haha, Mr. Attorney, have you forgotten? Dark or lit, it makes no difference for me. Haha, that's true, but... So you're saying that on the night of the concert, you made the trip in 2 minutes? Yes, though I nearly didn't make in time. You see, I stopped halfway. Lamora disappears on the video for 20 seconds, but she says she made the trip in 2 minutes. How? If you want my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer's right in that video. If you want my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer's right in that video. Well, Mr. Justice, perhaps you have some evidence for us? Oh, God. We gotta watch the video. How did she get there in 20 seconds? Okay. Uh-huh. We are gonna watch this 20 times. Okay, how did she... So it got lit. Okay, and then she disappears. Like, the only thing is, like, she flew, but that wouldn't make any sense. Like, was the guitar used as a distraction? It was that platform. Something that can explain the discrepancy between the video and her testimony. Oh, God. Okay. Evidence explaining the discrepancy. There's one piece of evidence that explains the discrepancy between the video and the testimony. Okay, Trucy literally said, if you want my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer's right there in the video. Okay, we have to watch this from the beginning. How did La Mirai get from one stage to the other in 20 seconds? It has to be the platform some way. Yeah, like, that distracted them. I think it has to do with the platform or something. But what would be the best thing? Aha, so this is it. The magical key to unlocking the illusion's dark secret? Tell us how it works. Quickly, I can't bear the suspense. I was kind of hoping someone else would jump in at this point. Well, you see, Hair Judge, I do hate to spoil the mood, but I haven't the faintest idea of what he's talking about, and neither does he. I'm a little confused too, there, Apollo. Right, by which I conclude that I was wrong. Better luck next time, Pollywog. Mr. Justice, no! Load. evidence? It's in the video. Is it the guitar? Are you trying to do a perfect run? Yes. I care. I want to. Not it. Okay. Poor guy in constant cycle of death. I feel bad. I like trying to see what else. Okay, it's literally Trucy's like it's in the damn video. I watched the video. There's Truce. There's Clavier. There's Machi. There's La Mirar. There's the platform. Pride. Do you get anything for a perfect run? Pride and accomplishment. Exactly. It's mainly for pride. I like keeping things clean. Okay, there's no evidence. What kind of evidence could prove that? What's your professional opinion about this one, Trucy? Sorry, I don't work in evidence, but I don't work in tricks. I'm an attorney, not a magician, for crying out loud. Really? I'm sure Daddy would have loved working on this. Thanks, that makes me feel oh so much better. Well, I don't know about all of you, but I find the mystery fascinating, and I'm not letting this trial go any further until we get to the bottom of it. The defense will continue with the cross-examination until we have some answers. Easier said than done. What about people? No, you can't present people. And it was Darian's voice you heard. Yes, I am certain it was him. A matter best left for later, Ja. Ed! Thank you so much for the raid! Oh my god, you were playing ZZZ! Were you rolling for Astra? Yippee! Yippee! Thank you so much, Ed, for the raid! Good job on the stream! Please hydrate. If you need to drop off to go get something to eat or go get some sleep, feel free to do so. I totally understand. I did not get her. I'm so sorry! Hopefully you could use... Did you roll till you got 50-50? But Ed, thank you so much for sharing your community with me. Thank you. For all the raiders, my name is Hayami. I'm a traveling fox spirit VTuber that sells omamori on my backpack, and we are playing Apollo Justice. I'm kind of stuck. A matter best left for later, Ja. Put that forehead of yours to work on this illusion first. I was grinding for Mindscape 3, Miyabi, 35 pulls left for Astra though. Ah, okay. Wait, Mindscape? Oh, like the disc? Hold on, I think the identity of the killer is a little more important, don't you? Important Schmortens. Objection overruled. Tell us about the illusion. No use trying to avoid the problem at hand, Apollo. Trying to avoid the problem? This is a murder trial. The killer's the problem. The contradiction between Lamar's testimony and the video. Unraveling the illusion can't be so different from solving normal cases, right? Sorry, Apollo, I'm not telling. Not even if you make a puppy dog faces. Fine. Okay. Uncap? Oh, okay. I was grinding for my Cinema 3 or whatever. Oh, okay. Laura disappears on the video for 20 seconds, but she says she made the trip in 2 minutes. If you want my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer's right there in that video. Okay, there's evidence. Yeah, I can't present people. Form diagram. How could she have gotten there in 2 minutes? In 20 seconds? It wasn't this. It wasn't this. Publicity. How could she? Okay, I think it's this.
Take that!
No. Okay. Is there a timestamp on the video? Oh yeah, is there? Okay. Oh god. Okay, so there's this section. This section. And then we can't pause it or anything. Then there's this section. And this section where it lights up. Whoa, whoa. And then he burns. I knew it. She doesn't have the pendant. She doesn't have the pendant here. Yeah, she doesn't have the pendant, so I don't think so. I think it's like a body double or something.
Take that!
Yes! 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 Oh my god. I was like, it's in the video. I'm like, where? I'm like, what's happening? And I was like, okay. And I'm like, it has to be a body double. That's the only possible way. And what can signify a body double? Oh, she doesn't have her brooch. Lamirar, do you happen to remember this brooch? Aha, the brooch. We saw that yesterday, did we not? It was found at the scene, Your Honor. And you're bringing this up now? Why? I thought we had already determined when that was dropped. So did I, but we hadn't. Take another look at the video. Watching this again. Woo, yeah! Jaime's brain is so sexy. My brain thanks thee. Here you can see she's wearing the brooch. So she is. Let's look a bit later. What? The brooch! It's gone! What? Yes. The brooch disappeared in a short space of 20 seconds, and it takes a full minute to run back from the stage to the backstage. Which means there can only be one explanation. The Lamirar we see before the vanishing act and the Lamirar we see after, yeah, because her eyes are closed, are two different people. What? What? The brooch was found on the floor of the crime scene, and not just on the floor, but on the floor directly beneath the air vent. Lamirar, tell me, did you drop the brooch on your way from the stage to the backstage at the very moment you witnessed the crime? Yes, I think I did. Oh yeah. Order, Prosecutor Gavin. From your expression, I gather you had no idea this was the case, Air Judge. I, of course, knew about it. What? Don't get me wrong, I wasn't hiding it, it just never occurred to me that the switch and the shooting took place at the same time. So, I was right, there was a switch? There was. Just before the stage's tower rose, Lamirar was already replaced. While we're on the subject, just who was this replacement Lamirar? Why, the man behind the illusion, Valent Grammary. It was Grammary? That's quite the illusion, but I still don't get one thing. Yes? The switch happened before the tower rose, correct? So you weren't on the stage. That's right. But this fake Larmirar is still singing. And she's pretty good. That's true. Come on, Apollo. That's an easy one. They were just playing a recording. Ahaha. The Gavineers aren't some kind of air guitar band, Fraulein. Oh, you mean I'm wrong? When we play a show live, we play live. No recordings. Perhaps you can explain, Lamirar. Very well. Yes, do tell and add it to your testimony. I had to keep singing even... What? That's so crazy. You were singing? Yes. Mr. Gavins expressed a dislike for recordings, so I used this. Wait, so you were singing the whole time? Even when you were crawling above the ceiling towards the backstage? Why should it matter where I sing? When everywhere I go, I see the same darkness. But if you were singing while you were walking, that's right. Wouldn't the shooter and the victim have heard? She was singing right over their heads after all. That is right. Are you sure? You have to be pretty hard of hearing to miss someone singing in the ceiling. Once again, we come back to the state of the scene of the crime. What state? I know what he means. That old speaker, Apollo. Speaker? Yep. That speaker was blowing at the time of the murder. That's for monitoring the stage from this room. Monitoring? It's pipes in a real feed from the stage microphones. Useful for knowing when your set is coming up. Satisfied? That dressing room was fitted with a large speaker playing a direct feed from the stage. At my request, actually. So Lamirar singing in the ceiling sounded just like Lamirar singing over the speaker. Ingenious. Her voice was hidden by her voice. Lamirar, I just remembered something. Do tell. When I heard the noise, the gunshots, yes? It startled me, so I stopped singing. What? I forgot the words I was supposed to sing. The song stopped? Thankfully, it was the very beginning of the second verse, so not many would notice. Forehead, that mixing board I lent you, where is it? The mixing? Huh? That machine, Apollo, the one that breaks music into tracks. Oh, this, I completely forgot about it. Oh my god, we're using it now. Let's take a listen. The bass wasn't used. Oh wait, now the bass is playing. Hiya, sure, welcome in. The song does stop there. Oh wait, oh shoot. It does? I must have missed it. Look at the lyric sheet. At the top of the second verse, see it says pleasure, pleasure. Now listen again. Oh, okay, wait. This is evidence indeed. I believe we are guilty of making a terrible mistake. The crime didn't happen during the third set. It happened during the second set, during Lamar's ballad. If that is true, then no one on stage during the second set could have been the shooter, which means Darian could have done it. He wasn't on stage for that second set. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, fascinating. I don't believe I've ever seen a trial turn around quite so thoroughly. Yet one problem remains. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? Hair Forehead's theory does not have a certain kind of logic to it. Yet it is entirely based upon Law Mirai's testimony. Yes, there is a problem with this. Well, it's quite simple, though it pains me to say it. What if she is lying to protect the defendant? But if you have no proof, what I'm saying is that the truth is yet unclear until we hear directly from the man himself. The man, you don't mean... Yes. Though he is a friend and band member, Darian Kosen must take the stand. I see no other way. Let's go! As someone with a new perspective on the case, as a suspect to be frank. Oh, even Clavier is doubting him. Finally, the rat's coming out of his hole. And I'm ready to catch him. Darien Kosen, get ready for justice! Yeah! Yeah! This is a good time to pause for a brief recess, which is a perfect time to end the stream. The prosecution will summon the witness. Have him here and ready by the time we begin. I'm the last man who needs to be reminded of what his duties are. Very well. Court is adjourned for a 15-minute recess. Yay! Yay! Oh my god. I really wanted to get to a good stopping point. So we literally stopped at the best part. No, I'm sorry. Yes, I gotta wrap up. I'm so sorry. Let me. Great segue. For real. Heavy hates this. We'll stream for 3,000 hours in one sitting. I got an appointment, guys. I got an appointment. I got to skedaddle. But do not worry. I will be streaming on Thursday. This Thursday will be where's my I did not download it. But this Thursday will be my travel tale stream. Yay! At maybe I'll start at 6 o'clock. Because it's Japan and Thailand, and I have a lot to talk about. If I'm going to talk about both countries at the same time. So I think most likely we will be starting an hour earlier than usual. We will be starting at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Wait, here we go. Yay! This is my thumbnail. Yay! So yes, it'll be taking place on Thursday. That will be my next stream. I'm really, really excited to show you guys all my pictures. Well, obviously I can't show you guys all my pictures, but I'm really excited to show off pictures from Japan and Thailand and to talk about my adventures and some hiccups along the way. And Jifu will be joining us. He will be joining us whenever he might join. He'll probably join us around the Comiket section. I want him to talk about his Comiket experience, and maybe he'll stick around and talk about other parts. But yes, this Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Yay! So I do apologize for cutting the stream short, but I really hope that you guys enjoy your stay. I had a lot of fun. I wanted to get back into Apollo Justice because I checked the Steam library. I haven't played since November 19, which is insane. It's truly crazy. I cannot believe it took me that long to get back to playing it. So after Travel Tales, I do want to get back to playing having a Grand Blue stream. I haven't I think I might open up Grand Blue this weekend and practice a little bit because it's been so long. I haven't played since I went on vacation. So next week I will do the Grand Blue night. Yeah. But we'll be ending stream now, and we are going to be rating Crowan. He is drawing right now. Rare Jifu appearance. Exactly. So if you guys want to see Jifu, if you guys want to hear Jifu, you guys better show up to Thursday. Okay. Here are the raid messages. If you have my emotes, feel free to copy the first message. If you don't, feel free to copy the second message. Jifu reveal? No reveal. He has a little PNG. Jifu noises. Wait. Oh, hold on. I wonder if it can play. Can I do this? No, I can't. Hold on. Let me do. Wait. I can't do this. Ah! Oh my god, that scared me. Okay, wait. Can I do this? There we go. That's the Jifu noise. That's the Jifu noise you guys get. I don't know if you guys heard that. I hope so. I would look really silly if you didn't. But oh yeah, if you guys want Jifu noise, I do have my voice pack, which is on wait, whoopsies. I don't have a coffee command. Whoopsies. But if you go to my about section and click on the voice pack, you could download Jifu noises. We did? Okay, perfect. Okay, there we go. Wait, let me send the raid messages again. I got sidetracked. Okay, there you go. Here's the raid messages. And since we are ending the stream, I am an omamori merchant. I love passing out my charms every time I end off my stream. All you have to do is take a mental picture of my charms and you are blessed. So if you're gonna go work tomorrow, here's your good work charm. May you be blessed with the energy to push your shift and get that dough. If you are going to school tomorrow, here's your good school charm. May you be blessed with the energy to stay awake in your classes and pass all your tests. And if you aren't feeling well physically or mentally, here's my good health charm. May you have a better tomorrow. And finally, if you're going to go sleep, here's your good rest charm. May you be blessed with a good night's sleep and wonderful dreams. Thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight. I'm glad we were able to make good progress with Apollo Justice. And to honestly, a really good stopping place. I'm really excited for the finale. He definitely did it. He definitely did. We just got to prove it. Okay. With that, I'll see you all on Thursday. Otsuyami. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh my God, Civil, hi. Good night.